With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Off play action, Pickett. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 28. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Harris, and he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Pickett back to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Find it. And Andrews lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. But whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player. But fortunately, they will have enough to keep the 1st down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
Yeah, to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw, Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and look like they have a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Ravens at 11-5 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. Now hang on, we got an injured player. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Pickett. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now following the look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett under pressure. They got him again. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, nothing else. They're able to pick up 1 first down in this drive and get it away from your own goal line. Not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Play action. It's Jackson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off. Actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Second and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Oh, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
A pitch comes to Dobbins. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's got to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
4-yard line.
Jackson now. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 21, here's second down and 5. Throw caught by Flowers. There he goes, right side. And they work this right upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked on by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Pickett will look to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Able to push his way through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
102 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
And the Steelers 1st down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you,
He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Steelers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Why are you giving up?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Are you kidding me?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jackson.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he works it past the 30, almost close to the 25. Now Lamar changing the look. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On the move to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 48 yards. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action with Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw, Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
Down inside the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
30 yards.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Steelers 42, Ravens 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and 10.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting.
There he goes left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Second down and 4.
Hey, smash Bronco!
They'll run again with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
At the Steelers' 19-yard line.
Buffalo 18!
Here's Huntley. He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And brought down, but not out before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
18, pioneer.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?